What up, it's Dane. In this video I'm going to be telling you what foods you should be eating while cutting, right? So you want to cut down, lose that belly fat, so I'll tell you all the foods you need to be eating, right? But first, we need to understand that we can't lose fat in one place, right? You can't lose face fat, belly fat, low abdominal, belly fat, and all this kind of shit, right? You can't just spot reduce first. So let me get that out of the way first. Secondly, and now let's get real deep into the video, right? So what foods should you really be eating? What should your diet consist of, right? First of all, your diet should consist of adherence, right? Adherence and consistency is so important. And you probably think, okay, like, what foods now? Come on, man. I'm telling you, eat the food you love, right? It's so important. If you got a diet and you don't eat any food you don't like, good luck staying to the diet. Talk to anyone that is good at dieting or losing weight. Like they can go on a bulk, they can gain a lot of weight, and then they just boom, cut down in a matter of weeks. It's because they can do this because they eat the foods they love, right? It's so simple, right? You probably think, okay, so this is so easy then, okay, come on, tell me. And let me tell you now. So by choosing a diet, first of all, that's flexible, right? And if you're choosing a crash diet, which is like, say, the Atkins diet, paleo diet, or any like extreme diet, right? Just please remember, this is not going to be sustainable forever. Right? Not that I'm saying you need to go on a diet forever, but you need to learn how to be able to lose that fat whenever you want, just by simply eating different foods and eating still the foods you love in this diet and sustaining to it. So now I don't want to keep knocking on sustaining by the diet because you're probably going to get bored out of your brain, but it's just so important that you pick a diet with flexible, and that made real sense, right? That's flexible. So diet foods that you can be eating though, and if you don't like them at all, then why even put them in your diet? It doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, it's all about a calorie deficit. Get that calorie deficit and you'll be able to lose fat, right? So obviously I'm guessing you came to the video to know what foods to eat, and like I say, there's not always, or there in fact isn't, best foods to lose weight, right? There are foods that are low in calories and others. So if I'm going to name these foods that you like, pick them, throw them in your diet, and you're good to go, right? So first of all, you can have a lot of vegetables, right? Just go through the supermarket, put loads of vegetables in your trolley, loads of fruits, and like I've never heard of someone getting fat on a fruit and vegetable diet or some shit like this, never. So just replace all the junk food that you're eating now with some vegetables, and don't go and buy spinach or kale and you don't even like this shit, right? That's what I did before. I bought spinach and kale. I didn't like this shit, so what's the point of even buying in the first place? I like mushrooms, so I buy mushrooms. I like blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. I buy this shit because I like them. They're healthy for me. They're low in calories. This is what flexible dieting is all about, right? It's not if it fits your macros, buying junk food and then still losing weight. You can still do that because it is a flexible diet, so a lot of people do that one. I've got nothing against it, but is that the most healthiest thing to eat? Junk food maybe every day, maybe it's not, but let's not get too deep into that. It's just some diet foods that you can eat are like just all fruits and vegetables basically. They're all fine for you. Just pick the ones you like, throw them in your diet. The ones you don't like, don't even bother putting them in there. There's no point. And if you're someone that doesn't like vegetables or any fruits, then you need to sort your brain out, man, because you need to eat something you don't like, right? If you just like chocolate, like, oh, I might as well put that in my diet all day. It's not, you know, use your common sense a little bit. Even though I hate when people say use your common sense, because what's common sense for them isn't common sense for you. But you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, flexible dieting, pick the food you like, right? So literally, this is a diet or like well cutting, right? It's the optimal thing. The more research I do, the more I learn. It's just flexible dieting, step number one. Step number two, it's just the optimal thing, right? So anyway, let me give you some more information on dieting. Okay, anyway, so what foods should you also be eating while cutting or dieting, whatever you want to call this shit? So anyway, like I said already, fruits and vegetables, then proteins, right? Make sure to have 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. For more overweight individuals carrying a bit more fat, they don't need as much protein at all. They can get away with like 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight, or even about 0.6, right? Because they don't even hold as much lean tissue, or it's more likely if they haven't been working out and stuff like this, and they've got a lot of excess energy. So overweight individuals don't really need a lot of protein. However, I do recommend they eat loads of protein, because loads of protein, it digests a lot slower than simple carbohydrates. It makes you feel full and satisfied, right? It's not just about, oh, protein build muscle, right? It does actually make you feel full and satisfied, and your body does need it. So protein sources that you can have is just the simple stuff again: chicken, turkey, and when you buy the chicken, try and buy the chicken breast. Don't really buy the chicken thighs, because that's got extra fat. And by the way, don't think fat makes you fat, because it doesn't. Like I said, it's about the calorie deficit at the end of the day. But anyway, chicken breast, turkey steaks, turkey mince, if you can afford that, red meat, and you're not like me in a poverty life at the moment. Obviously I'm not on poverty, but you know what I'm saying. And then red meat, you can have like, say, steak, lean beef mince, just more beef and beef and beef. You know what I'm trying to say, the lean cuts, and then tuna, whitefish, stuff like this. This is all the foods that's going to help you lose weight, alright? But like I said, if you go on a diet like this, I'm going to tell you a quick story, and then we'll end the video on this, because I think I'm talking way too much, and I've already given you the foods you want to know. But if you really want to, don't make the mistake that I just made, or made a few months ago, listen to this. So, first of all, I was very unknowledgeable about this topic, right? I thought, let me jump on a diet that sounds really good, really healthy. So basically, I just ate green vegetables and white meat. That's all I ate. That's some crazy diet, right? I don't even know if anyone's even made this shit up. Mainly because those foods are low in calories, right? And did I lose weight? No. Here's why. Because I didn't go on a flexible diet. I went on a crash diet. I did it for like 2 weeks. And by the way, on Sunday, I had a biggest cheat day of my life. That would be like 10,000 calories. So all the calorie deficit built up through the week got ruined on that one day. So there was no point. So basically, the whole point of the video is actually trying to tell you to pick a diet that you like, that's flexible, not this Atkins paleo shit that you're never going to be able to sustain. And like I said, you don't need to go on a diet for the rest of your life. You just need to be able to know when to click it in, put the stuff in place, right? So anyway, this is basically what foods to eat when dieting. And like I said, there's no best foods. And I felt like I spoke way too much in this video, but those of you who watched this video to this point, let me know down below. So if I spoke way too much, if I just gave invaluable information or whatever. Stay positive, stay smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.